Perez and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, pleased to be with you. Unfortunately, though, Mother Nature not really cooperating, Charles. The rain coming down, it's expected to do so throughout.
And whenever I talk to quarterbacks, they worry less about the rain and more about the wind, but you still have to take precautions. You still have to be prepared. The offense always feels like it has the advantage because they know where they're going when they make their cuts.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Let's meet the offense. Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield with a quick fire to Landry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that.
Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Oh, and now some space to operate. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 18. Great run there, but it looked like they were going to have him for the stop. He was able to push through. They didn't wrap up defensively.
No, they didn't. All credit to the runner for making it happen, breaking through some contact and going a long way. But the defensive guys, when they watch this on tape, they're not going to be real happy with themselves. They had a great opportunity that they let slip through their hands.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And we take a look now at the defense for the Raiders.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield off the play fake. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
53, check 53. I know he ain't got it. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Check.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Under 10, 10, 36.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Carr. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a carry for Jacobs, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Caught by Jones. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. We're scoreless after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 54 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Darren Waller, 48 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead.
That drive was quick and impressive, almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, 50 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Down. 185. Check. 53 is Mike. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. OP. Get that ball, again. Let's get that ball. Check 3.
On play action, now Carr steps away. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On first down, Carr. It's complete to Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first, and he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Mayfield to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's caught, Beckham. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Going to the air again with Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Mayfield with it once more. And he completes it to Hunt. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Carr going to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Back and forth, we win in that first half. This has certainly been an entertaining one to watch thus far. So let's get right back out to it, as we'll rejoin our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. Bust through the tackle. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Carr. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's pick it up. Out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second and a yard, Mayfield looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game, because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Seibert able to knock this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Oh, nice move. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Check 53, right. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Jacobs now. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the night. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Mayfield now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
He was brought down by Trayvon Mullen. It's a gain of 5.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Mayfield down from the 50. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Mayfield, and this is caught. He hits Landry. Jarvis Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 50 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go. The Browns will go for 2.
Stop your whining.
Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. On 2nd and 7, Carr complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Jacobs, legs still churning.
Like a giant pinball.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Buying time to his left. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. He's going to fire one deep. It's caught inside the 25. That all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Mayfield looks to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Benson Mayowa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Here's Jacobs. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Kill.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Switch.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory.
Here we go.
Continuing to fight for more. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Browns down by 13. A minute 47 on the clock. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Mayfield on 1st down. This pass complete to Higgins. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And again, it's Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Mayfield on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Raiders are going to win the football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They run it with Jacobs. Oh, refusing to go down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Running is Jacobs. And he breaks through another tackle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jacobs. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.